For this trick called 10 Buddies, you only need cards 1 through 9 with the aces representing the 1. So we'll take out all the 10s and the face cards from a deck, which means we'll have 36 cards in this sub deck. So for this trick, what you're going to do is have the person you're doing the trick to first pick a card, any card. And so they'll pick a card and that will be their card, and we're going to determine what number and suit they have selected. So that's the card that they picked. And to start this trick, we're just going to lay out 7 cards face up. Once we've laid out 7 cards face up, we're going to look for pairs of cards that add up to 10. So 9 plus 1, the ace is a 1, is 10. So the next 2 cards that I lay out, I'm going to put face up on top of these 2 cards. It doesn't matter what the value of these cards are. I'm just going to cover up the 10 buddies. So I cover up the 9 and the 1, and then I look again. Are there any pairs of cards that add up to 10? There's a 7 and a 3. And I can use either of the 3s as long as I cover up one of them. So I'm going to cover up the 7 and one of the 3s. Now I'm going to look. Are there any more cards that add up to 10? I don't see any, so I'm going to have to add an extra pile. I still don't see any, so I'll have to add another extra pile. Make a little room here. Now I can see that there's a 7 and a 3 again. So I'll cover up a 7, cover up the 3. 5 and 5 is 10, so I'll cover up those 2. 7 and 3 is 10, so cover up those. 8 and 2. 6 and 4. 6 and 4. 8 and 2. 9 and 1. 6 and 4. 8 and 2. And 8 and 2. I don't have any cards left. If I had one single card left, I would make a new pile. Also, to check to make sure I'm on track with the trick, I should have an odd number of piles at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's good. That means I'm likely doing the trick correctly as so far. At this point, now what we need to do is pair up the piles with their buddies that add up to 10. And you can just look and do this later, but we'll shift them around so you can see how they're pairing up. So I can see that I have 7 and 3 pair up to be 10, 9 and 1, 6 and 4, and 5 and 5. And this one doesn't have its buddy, and its buddy would be a 9. So I know this card that they selected here is what's missing from this 10 buddy pair, and so it must be a 9. To figure out the suit, I know that there are 3 9s left in this deck, so I'm going to find them. There's one right there on top. I'm going to sift through here, and this is where children can come up with some good showmanship strategies for how to find these 9s. So I need to find the third one. Where is it? Here. So I have a club, I have a heart, and I have a spade. And I wouldn't necessarily pick these up from this mess down here, but just to make it even more obvious, which suit is missing? It's a 9 of diamonds. So that card must be a 9 of diamonds. Let's see if we're correct. It's a 9 of diamonds. Fantastic. And again, that's not magic, that's just math.